You've probably been told the reason you can't get started is pretty simple. You're just lazy. But what if that's not even close to the real story? Today, we're going way beyond that label to uncover the hidden psychology of why it feels so incredibly hard to just begin.
You know what you're capable of. You can see it, can't you? That version of yourself who's got it all figured out, living the life you're supposed to be building. That vision? It's crystal clear.
And yet, when the morning actually comes, that vision just seems to vanish. The ambition is there for sure, but the action? It's just not. And instead of making progress, you find yourself scrolling, delaying, and making that classic promise, okay, for real, I'll start tomorrow.
And all of this leads to that quiet, nagging question you ask yourself, probably late at night, the one that just eats away at your confidence. What if the problem really is that simple? What if you're just lazy?
Well, let me tell you, the answer is not that simple, not even close. What you're experiencing is something we can call the ambition-action gap. Let's break down exactly why you feel so stuck.
So this gap, it's this really painful space between two versions of you. On one side, you've got the you with the brilliant ideas and all this massive potential. And on the other side, there's the you who, for some totally frustrating reason, just can't seem to get going.
And what exactly fills that space between your ambition and your action? Oh, it's guilt. It's that voice in your head asking, why can't I just do the thing? What is wrong with me? And it's this heavy, draining feeling that, honestly, just makes starting feel even harder.
So you know what? Let's tackle that biggest fear head on. It is time to completely debunk this myth of laziness, because what you're feeling, it's something else entirely. Check this out. Here's the key difference. A genuinely lazy person doesn't feel bad about not doing anything. They simply don't care. But you care. A lot. That guilt you're feeling is actually the proof that you aren't lazy. So if it's not laziness, what is it? Well, there's this concept called mental friction. See, every time you think about starting something big, your brain doesn't just see the shiny reward. It sees the effort, the uncertainty, and the very real possibility of failure. And its number one job is to protect you from all of that. And this is a total game changer. You got to reframe this whole experience. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage you because it's lazy. It's trying to keep you safe from what it sees as a threat. So you're not lazy, you're just a little too protected by your own mind. And that brings us to the real heart of the problem for so many ambitious people, the perfectionist's paralysis. It's this paradox where your greatest strength, your super high standards, is the very thing that's stopping you cold.
I mean, think about it. In your head, the plan is flawless. The timing is perfect, the execution is seamless. But the real world? Oh, it's messy, it's slow, and it is completely uncertain. Your brain absolutely hates that disconnect, so it chooses to just wait for these perfect conditions that are never, ever gonna arrive. You're putting your whole life on hold, just waiting for this magical feeling of being ready. But here's the tough truth. Readiness is a total myth. It's a feeling you get after you start, not before.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what on earth do we do about it? Well, it requires a pretty fundamental shift in your thinking. It's about chasing momentum, not waiting around for motivation. And trust me, this is the shift that changes everything.
You see, we've got it completely backwards. We think we need to feel motivated in order to act. But neuroscience tells us it's the other way around. Action is the spark that actually creates the fire of motivation.
So just stop chasing that feeling of motivation. Your new goal is momentum. And momentum isn't built from these giant, heroic leaps. Nope. It's built from tiny, almost ridiculously small actions. Not write the book, but open the document. That's the whole key.
So how do you actually do this in real life? Let me give you a super simple, really powerful system you can use immediately. It's called the 2-minute start.
Here's how it works. It's so easy. First, you lower the entry point. You make the first step so ridiculously easy your brain can't even argue. Second, pick an action that takes 2 minutes or less. Put on your running shoes. Open your laptop. Just one tiny thing. And third, and this is so critical, you have to focus only on starting. The goal is not to finish the project. The goal is simply to begin.
This whole system is built on one simple, powerful principle. It's not about that one heroic, intense effort that you do once a year. It's about small, consistent actions. Showing up for 2 minutes every single day will get you so much further than waiting for a perfect 8-hour day that never comes.
So just for a second, imagine that. A version of you who isn't perfect, isn't always motivated, but who starts anyway. Someone who makes a move even when it's uncomfortable, because they understand that the action has to come first.
If you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. If you've spent years calling yourself lazy, please stop. It's not some deep character flaw. You are simply stuck in a protective pattern that up until now you just didn't know how to break.
The answer isn't to think harder or to plan better. The answer is so much simpler, and it's right in front of you. Start so small you can't possibly say no. Start messy, because reality is messy. The most important thing you can do right now is just start.